with when the company started. Comium Gambia came into the Gambia in 2006. And if I may say, I have been the legal person representing this company since that year. And where we stand now, I am not the only person who has been with Comium since 2006, but almost, I believe, 60% of the staff that are here today. Comium has been their first job. Comium has been where they've grown. Comium is the only workplace that they know. We have had between 120 to 130 Gambian staff that have worked with the company. Throughout these years, we have never failed in paying staff salaries or benefits to the staff. And that could be attested to by the staff that are here present today. Comium has also taken its responsibility in social responsibilities to communities, to the Gambia in general. We sit here sad today because of this suspension. It has actually stopped most of our customers to enjoy the services that we give them. Comium has always been compliant. As we speak to you today, apart from licenses, which is the main asset that is being contested by the Pura, we do not owe any liabilities when it comes to corporate tax, when it comes to PAYE, Social Security, etc., etc. Apart from the staff, Comium Gambia works with landlords. The landlords are the places where we have most of our sites, etc. We pay them on a yearly basis and have never defaulted in their payments. We also have security companies that we work with. And these said security companies, they hire people based on the contracts they have with us to guard the sites that we have, etc. As a GSM operator, it is difficult to shut down the network even for an hour. Talk about more than that. It would put Comium in diaspora. It will kill the company. It is important that we be listened to by Pura and they negotiate with us to find a way that we can continue having the staff, continue having the contracts that we have with the external, continue to work with government, as we're also partners in development, and find a way to save this company. Thank you.
Okay. We have heard from our legal-minded Mrs. Jabi. So right now, I have to hand over to our technical director, Mr. Lamin Drame, and he will brief you proper.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Comium Gambia. You heard what Joe said and what our legal advisor also said. We believe there are two sides to every story, and that was why we invited you here today to give you our side of the story. I will give you a brief history of how we find ourselves here today. I'm sure the rest we can do complete that with your questions. As the third GSM operator in the Gambia, Comium started operations in 2006. We went live 2007. And for those of you who can remember, when Comium started, it was really a new invention in this country. In 2009, Comium was the first company, the first GSM company to introduce mobile data. I'm sure most of you will remember that. There was no mobile data in this country. We introduced it. And over the years, yes, we had challenges, but as both Joe and Hadi said, we have been compliant. We have been doing what was necessary both for the staff and both for our customers. It's unfortunate we find ourselves in this situation today, but I want to assure everyone that the goodwill is there, and we are hoping to reverse this situation very soon. Yes, we had issues of investment, and we have been struggling financially from 2019 up to date. And the reason for that was the COVID-19. Everybody knows that. And unfortunately, we had another incident in 2020 when we had one of our prepaid platforms going down. That lasted for almost 2 months. We lost almost 50% of our customers. That hit us really hard. But despite that, we continued. And yes, we had issues. We were looking out for investors. Unfortunately, the investors, most of the investors we had were not very true to themselves, and we keep dragging. Unfortunately, whether fortunately or unfortunately, at the last hour, we were able to get an investor in the name of Monty Mobile. That's a well-known name in the sector. You guys can Google it. It's a very financially strong investor. Unfortunately, this was around the time that this suspension notice was given out to Comium. We tried to reach out to Pura. When we finally got over to Pura, that was the last day of the suspension notice. Why? Because the Pura's DG was out of town. Actually, we were talking to him. We scheduled this meeting. We went out to Pura. That was Thursday last week, the 30th of September. We had a very fruitful meeting, and we were very hopeful that that was the end of the trouble for Comium. We had the investor in our midst. The next day was Friday. Again, we were very hopeful. We came back to Comium, we called the whole staff, and we spoke to them. We told them about the good news. We told them about the good reception we had at Pura. Spirits were up, high up. We thought that was the end of the trouble that Comium had. When was Sack supposed to go home? On Friday? To tell you, on Saturday. No, on Friday. Yes. To tell you, Sack was supposed to go home on Friday. The investor was with us. He was supposed to go back to the UK on Friday. He drove up to the airport and had to cancel his flight because of the surprising news that we got. And the news was what? That yes, we were going to uplift, we were going to uphold the suspension for Comium. That wasn't our expectation. Yes, we had issues. Yes, it was solved at the last minute. But yes, we hope Pura had listened to us and they were willing to help, because that was the message. Well, that was what we hoped we got when we left Pura on Thursday. So it's unfortunate, but having said that, I want to thank both Pura and the Gambia government, because they have been very, very, very supportive to Comium. It's really unfortunate that we get ourselves, well, we find ourselves in this situation. But again, the goodwill is there. The investor has canceled his trip back to the UK. He is right here with us, and we are doing everything possible to make sure this decision is reversed. That is the situation as of now. Yes. In addition to that, it is public knowledge that what Comium owes the government, that is in terms of license fees and other fees, summed up to 65 million. Again, we want to throw light on that. Yes, it's true, it's 65 million, but with that for you. Now, out of the 65 million, 42 million is our license fee for 2021, which is not due until the end of December this year. The remaining 23 million, the very day the investor landed in this country, we paid 10 million. So what we owe today is 23 million out of our areas of the 2020 license. Sorry. Yeah, we paid 10 million out of the 22, so we're left with 12 million. That is what we owe for 2020. And when we had the meeting with Pura, we indicated that that was going to be settled in October, before the end of October. So when we left that meeting, we left with the knowledge that we have complied to Pura's request. So we are appealing to Pura, we're appealing to the government. Yes, we got the right investor at the last minute, but given what Joe King said, what Hadi said, the history of this company in this country, we think Comium deserves another chance.
Right.
That is the situation as we stand today. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, Mr. Lamin Drame,
Bye.
for summarizing everything, updating the media house, updating the staff, updating subscribers, partners, family members, the list goes on. But also I want to make it clear for you to know that
No.
Comium, Gambia, we are committed. For the past 6 months, as he said, we were trying to get investors, but nothing materialized until the last moment. We had an investor. We signed a management agreement with Monty Mobile. And Monty Mobile, they are willing, they are ready, and they said they are going to move forward. They said they are ready to take Comium from the level that we are to another level. Monty Mobile said that they are going to be with us and support us, upgrade the system, and bring you services that you will never see in this country. So with all this and the commitment that we have made to Pura, the amount that we have deposited, and also want to come in on board at this crucial time to salvage the company, it means we are ready as a company to move forward. So when the suspension came, really, it was a shock. And as staff also, we were shocked. Because at the end of the day, services are no longer going. And we have customers out there. We have subscribers out there. And they are no longer enjoying these services. So we want to tell Pura, we want to tell the ministry and Gambia government, let them give us a chance as a company, as one family. If you look at it, how many lives are here? How many are working in this company? More than 120 staff are here. And those staffs, all of us, we have others that are dependent on us. So if this decision is not reversed, how are we going to make it as staff with our families? Are we going to be in the streets searching for jobs? How are we going to feed our families? And how are our customers going to cooperate? With this suspension, now our customers, they are going to shift. At the end of the day, if we come back, how will they also come back? Is something that we are throwing back to you. So Gambia government, Pura, and the ministry, we want you to give Comium chance. And Comium will strive and move forward. So right now, we'll open the floor for questions. And we are here to answer to any question that is asked. So all of us can have a clear picture of what is going on. But before that, you have to introduce yourself, your name and your surname, and the institution you represent here. We are in trouble. Okay. Yes.
Okay, that is about I am Farmer from the Point newspaper. This morning we were at Pira. They have a press conference and they raised concern about the money, the areas that you guys are owing. And not only that, but failing to provide information to the authority. And you made mention of paying 10 million, left with 12 million. Like the Director General of Pira stated that you intend to pay 14 million, which is very small compared to the big amount you are owing them. Are you ready to put more money on the decks in order to make sure that your licensing is not revoked, because they made mention that on the 5th of November 2021, if these regulations are not observed, your licensing will be revoked. And the other question is, PIRA also welcome payment plans, like paying some amount of money, document something, like having a plan of how you guys are intend to pay the rest of the money. So I'm not sure if you are ready to comply with PIRA on that. And the other thing is, it is also indicated that you failed to provide information. And your dues, you did not pay your dues since 2019. What is holding the company, apart from the COVID-19 pandemic, of paying your dues? And also the other thing is, Comium is the only GSM company in the country that is operating 2G, according to the authority, which is PIRA. What is holding PIRA, what is holding Comium rather, of improving? Because we have digitalization is ongoing. So what is Comium doing to make sure that they are out of this 2G to satisfy their customers? And what message do you have for your customers? Because it seems like we don't hear anything pertaining to the customers. Do you have to apologize to them and so? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You have all heard from him, but we are ready and willing to answer all the questions that you raised. So I'll give it to Mr. Drame and he will answer to you.
All right, thank you for the questions. I'm not sure if I can remember all the questions that you asked. Yes, I'm not starting with that one. Okay. For the amount of money that we owe Pura, I said something about that. I'm not sure whether you were listening or not. I said what Pura said.
You might. Yes, no,
Yeah,
lift it up. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I said something about that. What Pura provided to the public is 65 million. I told you the 65 million, 42 out of the 65 million are the license fee for 2021. And we had a meeting with Pura. And Pura accepted, because we had a letter, not only we, every GSM operator had a letter from GRA indicating the due amount for the 2021 license fee and spectrum fees, which amount to 42 million out of the 65, is due by the end of December. End of December. So technically, we don't owe that now. It's not an arrears. We still have legally 2-3 months to pay that. And you were right when you said 14 million. I said 10 million. The 10 million was for the license, for the 2020 license. Out of 65, 42 was for 2021. We have 23 million that was for 2020. And yes, we are liable. Yes, that is arrears. And yes, we should have paid that December last year. And I said the reason why we did not pay that is because of the COVID and the incident we had with our IN. But that hasn't stopped us from paying our taxes up to this month. That hasn't stopped us from paying staff salaries. Okay, so the investor came in, agreed to pay 14 million, 10 million into the license and the fees for 2020, additional 4 million for other payments that we owe Pura. That is clear. What is left now is 12.9, 13 million is what is left. And I said when I was talking that that has been agreed with Pura to be paid in October. And that was during our meeting on Thursday. I can't remember the other questions, but I think I had you said something about investment, 2G.
We don't upgrade it. We have not upgraded.
Yes, no, but listen. Yes, we are the only 2G network in this country, but I told you, we are the pioneers of mobile data in this country. 2029, anybody who has a mobile phone with internet is Comium. I'm not sure whether you're aware of that. We did a public press conference, and every Gambian wanted a Comium line. Yes, we haven't continued the trend. Yes, we have issues, but yes, we want to stop that. We want to change that. I think we're entitled to be given that chance to change that. Now, if you would like to give me the other questions, if there is more, 'cause I can't remember those ones.
Yes, sir.
I think we'll do a question by a journalist. It's shorter so everybody remembers. So we don't think more quickly. Everybody has one question. We ask one,
Okay,
then we
okay,
ask
all right. I can't remember all.
Someone has one question left, please. Not the pregnant question.
There has been revelations that the company has been in crisis even before the intervention of Pura. Because if you go to CRR, we have some communities where even the antennas of the GSM company have been grounded for over almost coming to 2 years without replacement. We would like to know whether this crisis the company is going through is somehow internal, because we got reports that the former manager has embezzled funds belonging to this company. We would like to know whether this is true or false. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for those questions that you asked. As I said, we will tell you the truth, the fact that we are going to say here. So no rumors, no speculation. We want everything to be clear here. This is why we called you. So Mr. Daniel will answer those questions.
All right, I'll clarify. Well, thank you for the question. The CRR issue. Is Kaur in CRR?
I guess Kaur.
Okay. I'm sure you're referring to Kaur here. We had a co-location. What co-location means is we are using somebody else's antenna, towers. GSM operators do that all the time. This tower belongs to another operator who is also using the same co-location with us in other locations. We do that to help each other to save costs and to protect the environment. You cannot go to a small rural environment and get 4 or 5 antennas. It's not making any sense. That antenna failed. It wasn't ours. And we contacted this operator and we said, okay, we have our own tower. We were willing to take our own tower and put it there and ask them to come and join us. They said no. They have their own tower. They're going to put that tower on. And I have a couple of them. Okay. Bamboo is part of it. We went to Kaur. We secured land, and we are in the process of putting a tower in Kaur. Yes, it's taking time, but yes, that is because of the financial trouble we had. So that was the issue for the CRR one. I can't remember what the other question, I think that was all. Embezzlement, that is media talk, social media talk. There's no truth in that. His term ended and he left. I'm not even going to go into that. What was the other question? That was all. Thank you.
Rame. We want to know actually what have you agreed with Pura, because before you people were served the suspension notice, of course Pura said they have opened up doors to discuss and the payment plan. What kind of payment plan have you agreed with Pura? And we also want to find out, what is in the public domain is 69.1 million, and here you are here mentioning 55 million. Can you explain that? 55, sorry.
65.
65, yes, because what is in the public domain is 69.1, but here you are mentioning 65. Can you explain that? And also, we want to know what is the fate of the staffs working at Comium.
Okay. No, we cleared that. Yeah, we cleared that. Yes.
I think they are being answered the fate of the staff.
Sorry?
They are being told the fate of the staff, and then they come to you for the other question. The fate of the staff, they are asking.
The what? Fate of the staff. Oh, did he ask that? You go on, yeah. No, the fate of the staff. The fate of the staff. Sorry?
Also cited COVID-19 has affected Comium.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how COVID-19 has affected Comium?
Okay.
How COVID-19 has affected Comium? Because research has shown that telecommunications make more money during the COVID-19.
Yeah.
And you said Comium,
Correct. I'll say that. No. Mobile data. Okay. Okay. COVID-19. Remind me. COVID-19. What did you understand now, Lulu? But I don't understand question. Sorry.
69 million, and I'm 65 million.
What will a league? There was another question before that. Oh, 69. Okay. Sorry. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, what Mr. Drame said, I think we should do simple questions. You don't impregnate them. We have trouble remembering all these questions. Now, the first question was the 69, the one in the public domain. And yes, the what's the difference? Was 4.1. Okay. Okay, all right. What I'm saying is, coming back to the 69 that is in the public domain from Pura, and I'm giving you 65. 65 is actually the license fees. The additional 4.1 is our international gateway tariff settlement that we need to do with the government. I don't want to go into detail, but yes, that has been settled, the 4.1. That is what topped the 10 million that we put into the 2020 license by the additional 4 million. I think you are all privy to that. That is topping the difference. We are not saying that because that is a different issue. Yes, the 69.1 is true, but that was the difference. Do you understand? You understand that?
No, I don't understand.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Thank you for that question. There are different fees that the operators pay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry.
So on those fees, you have the license fee, you have sports levy, you have GRTS levy, you also have the gateway licenses levy, you have numbering fees, etc. So on the license fee itself, the amount outstanding as stated is 65 million, I believe 930,000. The other amount that was topping it up to make it the 69 are also fees that are paid. Some are paid to Pura and some are paid to GRA. Those payments have been settled as of date, as we're speaking now. That is the 4 million that topped up the 10 million. Are we clear on that now? Thank you.
What is the payment plan now?
Ah, okay. Here.
Okay.
What have you agreed with Pura to pay?
Let me show you. Let me tell you.
Okay, all right.
So currently, as we are speaking now, we're actually negotiating with Pura on a payment plan, which we have forwarded to them. And the payment plan in simple terms is that by January of 2022, we will pay the whole arrears owing in total. By January 2022. Do you want to know the details of the plan? We haven't agreed yet, so I would urge you not to allow us to disclose it for now. But just to say that by the 30th of January, we are hoping that they would accept it and then all the arrears will be paid. Thank you.
My second question is to give an explanation how COVID-19 has affected Comium. And telecommunications were making more money.
Correct, very correct. Every other sector was going down except the telecom sector. I agree 100% with that. But you will agree with me that Comium is the only 2G network in this country. So that has nothing to do with us. Instead, we were losing our customers to 3G, 4G networks. That was the main reason. And in the same year, we lost 2 months of revenue, and we had to compensate that. Payment of staff, payment of dues, taxes. At that point, 2020, no, we haven't defaulted on anything. Everything we kept, we took out, we pay staff, we pay government, we pay taxes. That was the reason why Comium was struggling. And it hit us very hard. We were losing customers because everybody wanted a smartphone. Okay? Thank you.
And the final question, what is the fate of the staff working at Comium?
Okay.
Of course, we know that, there are a lot of employees working on the Comium. Now that you've been served a suspension, of course, we know your operation, of course, must be winding down. What is the fate of your staff working on the Comium?
Thank you for a very important question. As we speak now, we cannot totally tell you what the state of the staff is going to be. We had a staff meeting yesterday and we were open with the staff. And we have explained to them because as we speak now, we're not generating any income. As we speak now, because everything has been suspended and shut down. So we cannot tell you what the state, what is going to happen to the staff. We are going to continue with the negotiations with Pura, and if we do make a progress, then we will know what will happen to the staff. But currently, we cannot tell you.
Comium might need over 100 staff. How many staff do you have?
Currently, we have 120 staff. But I can tell you...
How many vendors?
I said that earlier. When we had the conversation, earlier, I believe we
But
said
it's good. It's
we
good.
have
because it's just
over
put it before.
8,000 vendors. Is that correct? We have over 8,000 vendors. Yeah? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I guess all the questions
No, but
raised
it's
are
good. I don't
answered.
think it buttress the
So
point.
we still have to give chance to others so they can ask questions too. Can we have a woman, please?
But can we just go ask one question? Faster.
Please, please.
Good afternoon.
That-
My name is Nyuma Buff. My name is Nyuma Buff from the Standard newspaper. There are claims that the Gambia government is actually owing Comium like millions of dollars. So can you clarify on that thing? And also, how many number of subscribers do you guys have? Thank you.
Okay? Yes. You have heard her. As I said here, we are going to say the fact, the truth, nothing more but the truth. So, madam?
Thank you very much for that question. To clarify, government does not owe Comium money. Let's make that clear. Government does not owe Comium any money. We have an institution that does owe us money, which is Gamtel. Gamtel owes us currently an amount of 21 million. In the process of the negotiations, they had owed in total 37 million, and so far they have also paid 10 million towards the license payment. And they paid it directly to GRA based on negotiations being done by the external lawyers. So that was also done. So government does not owe us, but Gamtel owes us 21 million as we speak today. Thank you. Sorry. Currently, we have 150 subscribers. Currently. 150,000. Okay?
150,000 subscribers as of now. Okay?
And just to show you how this COVID and the problem we had in 2020 affected us, 2 years ago, we had close to 400,000 customers. Close to 400,000 customers. We have lost all that to 150,000. Thank you.
Okay. The mic.
Due to the company, yeah.
But I want you to tell us what will be the fate of those people that are subscribers. Some of them already paid in advance. So what will be their fate? And at the same time, apart from this money they are talking about, is Comium still owing other people? Though I don't know whether you would like to reveal that or not.
Is Comium still?
Thank you. Is Comium still owing some other taxes or other people? Apart from the license fee.
Okay, Comium owing other people.
What is happening to the subscribers?
Okay, listen, sorry, the subscribers, we really don't know. And when I spoke here, the goodwill is there. We are hoping those subscribers will still be our subscribers. That question should be asked to Pura. We are doing everything. As we speak now, the investor in the midst of us now just texted me and said, if Pura is willing to lift the suspension, they're going to pay everything now.
Hey. I am the MC. I'm the one taking check, please. I want to emphasize on this. We called you to brief you, to update you. And earlier I said, we are willing, we are ready to move forward, to step forward, to make a way out. And this is the direction that we have now entered. Our technical director says the investor, our partner, whom we signed agreement, management agreement, Monty Mobile, is saying if Pura lift the suspension, they are ready right now as I speak to settle all areas. So clap. Next one. Let me know. So right now, I think
communications. Pura. And also Mr. President Aramabaro. We are saying, let the suspension be lifted right now. Right now. And Comium will continue, and Comium will do the unexpected, and Comium will transform lives again, and Comium and also, the services that you have never enjoyed, we are promising you that you will enjoy more than those services. This is just a tip of the iceberg. And you know us. We don't just talk. We don't just talk, but we do action. We were the first to introduce mobile internet. And here we are today. So let's see in the next days, weeks, months, years, what Comium will provide.
I think that says it all. Sorry. Okay.
You have mentioned that in it was said, if Pura would leave the suspension, they are ready to pay. But the revised, and why not Comium pay what they owe Pura? Because before lifting the license, so that it is suspension.
Listen to me. No, I'll explain that. Okay, hello. All right, can we move on?
Can we have one meeting, please? Can we have one meeting?
Can we have one meeting, please?
Yes.
There's a very important question here. He's asking, why don't we turn it around and pay everything and ask Pura to lift the suspension? What I want to say to him, the investor is not Comium. The investor doesn't have any legal undertaking with the Gambia government. That is Pura. And as we speak, the investor has already given up because they have inputted 14 million without signing anything with this government in the name of moving forward. And now what they got after paying the 14 million is probably they're going to lose that. So as a sign of goodwill, the government is not going to lose anything by lifting the suspension. The government can come back and say to us, you said if we lift the suspension, you will pay this. You haven't paid. Let them give us just 1 week. Lift the suspension, you are free to move on. Pay what you said you will pay. After 1 week, if we don't pay, you can come back and not even negotiate with us because then we have run out of chances. But I think we need to understand the difference between Monty Mobile and Comium Gambia. Comium Gambia has an undertaking with Gambia government. Monty Mobile is coming to work with Comium. If I am Monty Mobile, no, I am not going to put any more dollars into this company until the government gives me assurance. In fact, we had a meeting with Pura yesterday and we underlined that statement. They need to help us encourage the investor. And the only way they can help us encourage the investor is to help us show the investor that what they are doing will pay dividend. That's the situation. I said that. No. Listen, this is. Well, okay, Aruna. Bye. It's a good question for the public. The investor is.
Okay, can we have one meeting, please?
Okay, the investor is Monty Mobile. If you were listening, I said that. Monty Mobile. I can write it down for you after this meeting. Okay? And I said it before when I initially talked that the investor is MultiMobile. Everybody knows MultiMobile in the mobile sector. And Monty Mobile are not only coming with 4G. After 1 year of investment, we may be the first 5G network in this country. That I can tell you. Google it, you will get your answers.
Okay. I guess it's very clear now. We will take 2 more questions, please. 2 more questions, because everything is now under control. 2 more questions.
FM.
Okay.
My question is, Comium is saying that the Gambia government and the Ministry of Information and PIRA should give them a second chance. So if they give you a second chance, will you follow the due process so that maybe next time, will you follow the due process so that next time there will be no problem between you and PIRA?
Yes. So if you want, I can answer.
If we give you the second chance, we will. Yes, we will follow the due process. And I said earlier on that we have an investment plan that was forwarded to PURA. We sent it in writing today. We did a presentation, a technical presentation to PURA on Thursday last week when we had a meeting with them. And it spelled out, it gives you the roadmap from Comium today to Comium where we want it within 1 year. That was very clear. We also sent an email and gave them the information. Thank you.
Are you satisfied? Come again, come again. Yeah. Lady legal help, yes.
Thank you very much. The question you have asked is very important and relevant. As Comium Gambia, I can tell you we're one of the companies that follow the rules and the law to the letter. We have even received sometimes congratulations from PURA on how we carry out our day-to-day activities. We are one of the companies that actually cares about quality, care about our customers and what we give to them. As I said earlier, we have complied with the laws, payments, rules, etc. over the years. Comium has been in existence since 2006. The only problem we have, which is now the license payment for 2020 and 2021. Apart from that, we're still abiding by all the other rules. To show you that, even with this suspension, when they said to us, shut down, we have shut down to comply with the rules, even though it is affecting us. So we always comply with the rules, laws, and regulations. Thank you.
And yes, very much we can sit down here and say anything. What we are discussing today in the Gambia is history in the making. The Gambia government, the players in the sector, nobody has ever gone through this. Comium Gambia we do realize that this is our final chance. This is the last chance we have. We are not going to call a press conference and tell you otherwise. This investor is not going to put his money. How can this guy come within 24 hours, pull out 14 million and pay that for a license? For a license that they don't owe? You have to ask yourself that question. But the important thing here is we are not talking to you. We are talking to the whole world. You have TV cameras here. We are not going to compromise our situation by just talking, because talking is cheap. And the investor has just texted again their references worldwide. They are in the UK. You cannot be an unproven operator if you get a license in the UK. We should all know that. The investor is in Lebanon. The investor is in Dubai. The investor is in Croatia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. I think that speaks for itself. But we don't have anything to gain by sitting down here talking to the whole world and just talking because talking is cheap. No. This is history in the making, and we want to do the right thing. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Last question that I'm going to receive. Last question. Where is it going?
Yeah.
My name is Yasohna Sonko.
Closer to your mouth, yeah.
My name is Yasohna Sonko, Paradise TV. So earlier, the Director General of Pura alleged that one of the reasons your GSM operator was suspended is because you don't provide information about your plans for investment. What do you have to say to this?
Well, we don't want this to be the director of the DG of Pura against Comium. But when we went to Pura, we provided the roadmap, a complete roadmap. And I told you, we didn't only provide the roadmap, we did a presentation to the management of Pura, and they asked questions in that presentation. So I'm not sure whether you really understand what he said, but no, we did present the roadmap to Pura. I said that many times here.
Okay, please. Okay, all right. Last question now. Last question. Then I'll
Okay.
summarize, please.
Yes, I'm sorry. I have to ask this question because you said everything has to be clear here. So on that note, I would like to, because this is an issue dealing with tax and then areas. And these areas, of course, it has taken some time. I want to know whether the situation was as a result of poor management. And now, whether you are going to change your management, if Pura lift the suspension, are you going to change the management? Yeah, thank you.
Listen, you.
One meeting, please.
For us finding ourselves in this position could be a number of reasons. Yes, it could be poor management. But no, it is not poor management, I am telling you. We have given you reasons why we find ourselves in this situation. I'm not sure whether you were listening. I told you this company is the only company that started mobile data in this country. So from when we started having financial problems, that was in 2019, 2020, and we all know what was happening. So no, it's not a management issue. We have our own internal issues, and we tried to explain that to you.
Okay.
Everybody in media, please stay. Everybody in media, please stay and see Bambo. Okay, thank you for coming.
Internal is internal. Okay, just to summarize everything. And also I have to maybe break protocol a little bit. I need to take out the mask and speak to you. I have the media houses here. And all of you are here watching and listening. We are saying if the Gambia government, Adama Barrow, Minister of Communications, Pura, if they lift this suspension right now as I speak, we will also settle all areas. So we want Gambia government, Adama Barrow, to give us a chance, another chance, for us to prove ourselves, for us to keep striving and also giving the best to this country, because we have loads and lots of services, of products that are just waiting to be unveiled. And we will transform lives, and we will add our quota towards the development of this country. And we have been always paying our taxes. And we'll keep doing it to the last drop. So I'm appealing, let this suspension be lifted. And we will strive, we will move, and we will be transformed, and we will do the unexpected. Thank you very much. And I thank each and every one of you for coming. And I know all that you have gathered here will go. And the public will know. Everybody will know what's going on. God bless you until we meet again another time.
Let every media person see Bambo.
Let every media person see Bambo. Let every media person see Bambo before you go. Huh? And also, I'm taking this opportunity to thank Madam Jabi, our legal advisor, for all she shared with you, and also taking this opportunity to thank our able Lamin Drame for everything, and also taking this opportunity to thank our MD, who is no other than